your fantasy team is winning, in order to keep going in the right direction, you need to listen to this guy. I'm Lauren Shehadi. He's Sergio Gonzalez. Welcome to Fantasy Hoops Fast Break. Straight to the basket, right? We're talking about Josh Howard right off the bat here. Off to a fast start in his return from that ankle injury, looking like he's going to continue. What does that mean for Dirk, for Jason Terry, for Sean Marion?
You know what, Lauren? I'm not exactly worried about Dirk. He had 29 points in Josh Howard's first game back. He's sort of the alpha male in that offense, and he's going to be just fine. But fantasy owners this week are going to want to pay close attention to what that does for players like Sean Marion and Jason Terry, because now there's basically one more mouth to feed. And until the shot attempts get distributed the right way, we're going to want to pay close attention, and you're going to want to take a step back approach.
It's about time Howard is back, right? Lakers fans, you could be at full strength. Bynum, Gasol expected to be back, and you've told me this from the beginning. What does that mean for Ron Artest and Lamar Odom?
Yeah, this is something we've talked about for the first couple of weeks of the season. We're kind of concerned about how this is going to affect Lamar Odom. Last season, when the team was at full strength, he averaged under 10 points and 7 rebounds per game. This year, you add a player like Ron Artest into the mix, and it could be bad things for his production. So take a step back and take a close look at the Lakers' production this week before you decide what to do with Lamar Odom.
I know you fans are out there wondering, is she going to ask about Allen Iverson? I am going to. What is the deal with him contemplating retirement, personal issues? Everyone wants to know.
Yeah, Allen Iverson, this is a bit of a sensitive situation. It turns out it's a personal problem. He's taken a leave of absence. It's going to be indefinite. He could be out for a couple games. He could be out for a month. We don't know at this time. The team is going to move on without him, and that means good things for players like Mike Conley and O.J. Mayo, who in Iverson's brief cameo appearance last week got a little bit affected by his presence. But until this situation clears itself out, fantasy owners are going to want to wait and
see. A couple question marks for fantasy owners. Fantasy owners of Tyreke Evans are happy. In the brief time that Kevin Martin was out that one game, goodness gracious, look at the numbers for Evans. But is that indicative of what can be? Is he the real deal?
Yeah, you know what, Lauren? Tyreke Evans had a great game the day before Kevin Martin got injured. He started to attack the basket a little bit more, and he's already shown he could be a great offensive presence. In the 2 games after Kevin Martin got injured, he took 15 shots in each game, and the team doesn't really have much of a presence in the backcourt in terms of a score. So I really think Tyreke Evans is going to be big for fantasy owners. Now, this week, the Kings play just 2 games, so owners in cumulative leagues are probably going to want to sit him. Pay close attention to their games, look at their box scores, and see if he can keep this up. I think he'll be able to.
All right, Tyrese Thomas out, and as absences always do, Serge, they create opportunities. Who's benefiting from this one?
In Chicago, Taj Gibson is starting at power forward, and he's the player that's directly going to replace Tyrese Thomas. But the player who's going to see the biggest fantasy impact so far is Joakim Noah, who in one game had 21 points and 16 rebounds the game following Tyrese Thomas's injury. Fantasy owners shouldn't give up on Taj Gibson, who did have a strong preseason and did have one game earlier last week where he had 11 points and 7 boards. So he's somebody you're still going to want to keep around on your fantasy lineup.
Okay, so don't give up. And don't give up on your fantasy team. If you're not doing just fine just right now, you will get better. I'm hoping that is the case with my team. For Sergio Gonzalez, I'm Lauren Shehadi. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.